Good morning, everybody. This is Rhonda at Mid-South Homestead, and today I'm doing an update on my no-till organic gardening. I have not put any pesticides, no fertilizers, just organic materials. This is my green bean patch, and it's about ready to start to be. There's green beans down in there, absolutely. Um, I know what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. So I'm going to scan around, and I have this pot. This is an old wash tub that I put rosemary and thyme and lemon balm. And whatever come up in there, I'm not really sure. I'm just letting it be. This right here is zinnias. And I'll take a cardboard or something and put it down in a spot where I want zinnias over the winter. And I'll pull it up and sprinkle the seeds and put a little topsoil on top and let them be. I'm going to come over here. One of my customers gave me this. I have a beauty shop in my garage, and my customers are always bringing me flowers and plants. And this is beautiful. It is some type of a lily, and it's a burgundy with a really bright yellow center. It's really pretty. And right there in the middle, that's chocolate mint. That chocolate mint has really grown up. And this is a fire bush. It's probably 5.5, 6 foot tall there. But it is it gets full of yellow or a bright orange flower, little tuber flowers. And this, I have this everywhere. This is something that used to be my mom's flowers. And I have it everywhere. I just kind of transplant it everywhere because it's like a ground cover. I broke off a piece of my tomato by mistake, and I stuck it in my bird bath so it will root. Birds probably don't like that very well. But here are my hydrangeas. Jake gave these to me for Mother's Day a couple of years ago, and I finally got them to start to turn blue. But I have put everything on there to make them turn blue, and it didn't want to. But they're turning blue this year. They're really pretty. I'm gonna come over here. Oh, gotta tell you about the plantain. This is plantain. We have this everywhere, and it looks it has an egg shape. Let me get down a little closer. But Lane got stung by a big red bee. It wasn't a red bee. It was a red wasp on Saturday, and I grabbed a piece of it and I chewed it up because I put it in my salad every once in a while. I'll put a couple of leaves and kind of chop it up, and I chewed it up and put it on his ear. It was on his ears. The ear swelled up huge, and then when just a minute, it went away. I said, "Does it hurt? Does it hurt?" He goes, "Nope, it's not hurting anymore." And he did the same thing for me. You don't have to chew it up, but it wasn't getting on there quick enough, so I put it in my mouth and chewed it just a little bit to get the juices out. But he rubbed some on my back, kind of crushed it up and rubbed some on my back. I had broke it out with something had bit me back on my back. And it works, y'all. But do your research on plantain. And if you should get stung by anything, it is a great thing to have in your yard. This is another little flower garden I have. I'm growing elephant ears back there. The last few years we've been making bird baths out of them, and we just let them get as big as they can. And there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube on how to make an elephant ear bird bath. Or I've seen them do rhubarb leaves and make flower pots out of them. So that's a pretty cool thing. So let's go back around here. I'm trying to go slow. I have been making sun tea every day. I've got a video on that. You guys need to watch it. If you've never made sun tea, my mom used to keep a jug of sun tea around all the time. Well, I'll just go around the garden and I'll grab all kind of mint and everything I can find to put in my little jars with my green tea. And it's so good and refreshing. This is everything in here. And this one, it's got onions and kale and turnips. And back here I've got okra going down through there. I have been putting leaves in these spots for years, just stacking leaves, and I'll just make a little trench and put my seeds down. And when they get about, probably 5 inches or 6 inches tall, I will kind of scoot the leaves up around them. And this is what you get. No pesticides, no herbicides, no fertilizer. I do put compost down though. There's some pinto beans on the back side there. And there's my mint. I have mint everywhere. I have been dehydrating that this year. My tire full of potatoes. Last 3 years I have had potatoes like crazy. But it got so cold and so wet, I think they rotted. I don't know what happened to them. But it usually works great. This has been a crazy year for garden. And my cabbage is almost ready. And back there I took an old barbecue grill and I've got my basil in there. My son laughs at me. You put dirt in everything, don't you? I said, yeah, I do. And there's a big tomato there. Here is a lemon balm and more kale and some peppers. There's a big red pepper, supposed to be red bell pepper back there. My cabbage. Stuff is eating them. I've been putting diatomaceous earth on there. That has helped a little. But this tomato, look at this tomato right here. It's taller than the post. It's way taller than the post. But I'll put a whole fish down in the hole, dig a really deep hole, and put lime on top of that. Just put a big handful of lime on it. Make sure you cover it good. Put some more dirt and your compost, blood meal, Epsom salts, and just plant my tomato. This is what you get. This is pretty cool. Let's scan over here. This is some more tomatoes growing up there. That's a Brandywine. And this is my avocado tree. It's getting really big. I found it in my compost and there was an avocado seed hooked to it, so I'm pretty sure that's an avocado tree. So let's go on down. I've got eggplant around here. Oh, this is my ginger. Y'all, I just bought a big bunch of ginger and I broke it apart and let it cure, kind of like you would a potato seed. And look, and if you rub it, the leaf, it smells just like ginger. But down in there, they're starting to sprout, and they'll just multiply down in there. And I've just got it in an old pot, and I can't wait. I've never tried that before. I just got it out of the section, a produce section of the grocery store. My air conditioner's coming on. Oh my goodness, it's getting really hot out here. So here's my eggplant. I've got white eggplant, snow white eggplant, and I've got the original purple. And there is another tomato. I'm gonna scan around here over here to we call it our circle garden. We had a big huge burn pile, and that's what you get. No till. I just threw all my leaves from the winter. Next year I think will be a lot better because we'll be able to put compost like from the chickens and the horses and the cows and everything in there. So I've got everything in there. I've got beans and okra and tomatoes and squash, and as you can see in the center, there's my sunflowers. I did a sunflower challenge. You guys gotta watch that. Watch everybody's challenge. Okay, here is my fig limb, and I've got red cypress vine and a cardinal vine that will cover that, and the hummingbirds go crazy over that. But that was my garden update, and I will see you soon.